Today we celebrate the people, places, and things of Hungary, a country with a rich and distinct cultural background that sets it apart from its European neighbors. Due to the language difference, you'll likely get some mispronounced words too. Sorry about that. What you won't find are unfortunate puns about being, well, hungry. Let's do this, starting with the people of this great nation.
Wake up, get up, stretch my legs.
The Hungarian people have a very different background from the rest of their neighbors in Europe. It is believed that their ancestors came from the region of the Ural Mountains in modern-day Russia, a people who were genetically European and Asian. Today, Hungarians are a mix of the Finno-Ugric Magyars and various assimilated Turkic, Slavic, and Germanic peoples. Speaking a language with 17 million speakers but very different from their neighbors, the only other languages in Europe that are related to Hungarian, distantly related, are Finnish and Estonian. Their closest language relatives are Mansi and Khanty, two languages with only a few thousand speakers that can be found in western Siberia over here. The Hungarian people refer to themselves as Magyars, a name that probably comes from a prominent tribe of the Hungarians, the Magyar. A few of the many notable Hungarians include Ignaz Semmelweis, a Hungarian physician that came to be known as the savior of mothers. He realized that if doctors would wash their hands between procedures on different patients, the next patient, specifically newborns, had a much greater chance of survival. Living in a time when diseases and germs weren't fully understood yet, he urged doctors to wash their hands more often, which often offended them. Due to erratic behavior, he was eventually driven out of the medical community and sent to an insane asylum. He died soon after intake, reportedly due to gangrenous wounds inflicted from being beaten by the guards. It is unknown whether the guards washed their hands before attacking him. Theodor Herzl is known as the father of modern political Zionism. He advocated for the establishment of a Jewish state and played a significant role in the formation of the World Zionist Organization, laying the groundwork for the eventual creation of Israel. Judith Polgar is widely considered to be the greatest female chess player in history. She achieved numerous milestones, defeating multiple world champions and becoming the youngest grandmaster at the age of 15. Ferenc Puskás was a legendary Hungarian footballer. Known for his exceptional skill, Puskás was a key figure in the Golden Team of Hungary during the 1950s. Puskás is regarded as one of the greatest footballers of all time, leaving a giant mark on the sport with his goal-scoring prowess and technical brilliance. In the Born in Hungary and Moved Across the Pond category, Hungarian-born Joseph Pulitzer moved to the United States at the age of 17 to fight in the Civil War. He then became a legendary newspaperman and established the Pulitzer Prize, an esteemed award recognizing achievements in literature, journalism, and music. His dedication to investigative reporting and journalistic integrity shaped the modern media landscape. One of the greatest magicians and escape artists in history, Harry Houdini became famous for his daring escape acts, including freeing himself from handcuffs, straitjackets, and various other restraints. His legacy lives on as there are a number of museums dedicated to him, including the House of Houdini in Budapest. Digging deep from before Hungary was a country, Attila the Hun was one of the most frightening warriors in history and is believed to have been born in Pannonia in present-day Hungary. Attila led devastating invasions across Europe, leaving a lasting legacy as a symbol of barbarian power and aggression. Attila changed the world by speeding up the demise of the Western Roman Empire. And you can change my world by liking the video and subscribing if you want to stay in tune with our global community. And hit the bell button while you're at it. One of Hungary's most famous inventions is the Rubik's Cube. Invented by Hungarian professor Erno Rubik in 1974, the Rubik's Cube quickly became a worldwide sensation. Today, the Rubik's Cube remains one of the most popular toys of all time, with countless variations and competitions held around the world. Another major Hungarian innovation is the hologram. Invented by Hungarian physicist Denis Gabor in 1947, the hologram revolutionized the field of optics and has led to countless new uses in fields like medicine, entertainment, and security. Today, holograms are used in everything from credit cards to Hollywood movies. Hungarian biochemist Albert Szent-Györgyi discovered vitamin C and received the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1937 for his work. It was later determined that vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, plays a vital role in maintaining good health. The Martians was a nickname for a group of prominent Hungarian scientists of Jewish descent who emigrated from Europe to the United States in the early half of the 20th century. The nickname was coined by Leo Szilard, who jokingly suggested that Hungary was a front for aliens from Mars due to having so many intelligent people from there. Notable Martians include John von Neumann, who was regarded as the last representative of the great mathematicians, and Edward Teller, called the father of the hydrogen bomb. Both were key contributors to the Manhattan Project. The term coach, describing a closed horse-drawn four-wheeled passenger-carrying vehicle, gets its name from the Hungarian town of Kocsis, which had a significant impact on the development and popularization of the vehicle during the 15th century. In 1938, Laszlo Biro invented the ballpoint pen. It revolutionized the way we write, making it much easier and more convenient than the fountain pen. For any kids watching, a ballpoint pen is something you use to write with when you're not typing on a computer. And finally, Charles Simonyi was a co-founder of the first edition of Microsoft Word, and that's what you're probably using when you are typing on that computer. Next up, the geography of Hungary. Covering an area comparable in size to the U.S. state of Indiana, Hungary is a landlocked country in Central Europe. It shares borders with Slovakia and Austria to the north, Ukraine and Romania to the east, Slovenia to the west, and Croatia and Serbia to the south. Hungary's modern borders were first established after World War I by the terms of the Treaty of Trianon in 1920, in which it lost much of their land and people. Hungary has three major geographic regions. The Great Hungarian Plain, also known as the Alföld, is a vast region located in the eastern part of Hungary. Spanning over most of the country, it is one of the largest lowland areas in Central Europe. Agriculture plays a significant role in the Great Hungarian Plain thanks to its fertile soil. Transdanubia in western Hungary offers diverse landscapes with hills, valleys, vineyards, and is home to Lake Balaton, also known as the Hungarian Sea. The North Hungarian Mountains offer stunning landscapes. It is a part of the Carpathian Range, known for its natural beauty and cultural attractions. Visitors can hike, explore caves, and enjoy outdoor activities. Despite being landlocked, Hungary is home to over 1,300 thermal water springs, with 123 in Budapest alone. Let's spring on over to those with Hungarian ancestry living abroad.
I've been all around the world.
Approximately 5.5 million people of Hungarian descent live abroad, largely due to border changes resulting from the aforementioned Treaty of Trianon after World War I. This led to 3.3 million Hungarians residing outside their original borders. Romania, particularly Transylvania, is home to around 1 million of these individuals. Hungarians are the largest minority ethnic group in Slovakia and Serbia, with most living near the Hungarian border. Hungarian communities of considerable size can also be found in Ukraine and Austria. Beyond neighboring countries, approximately 1.5 million individuals of Hungarian descent reside in the United States. The city of Cleveland boasts the highest concentration of Hungarian Americans. Around 350,000 Canadians have Hungarian ancestry, with nearly half of them residing in the province of Ontario. In Germany, there are an estimated 200,000 to 300,000 individuals of Hungarian descent. Hungarian emigration to Germany dates back to the Middle Ages. Immigration has seen a surge since Hungary joined the European Union in 2004, enabling Hungarians to secure guest worker contracts with other EU member states. Notable individuals with Hungarian ancestry include legendary Renaissance artist and printmaker Albrecht Dürer. Born in Germany to a family of Hungarian ancestry, he became one of the most influential figures in European art. His works left a profound impact on the art world and continue to be admired and studied to this day. Tony Curtis was a famous Hungarian-American actor. He appeared in various genres and delivered memorable performances in films like Some Like It Hot and Spartacus. Another child of Hungarian immigrants, Estée Lauder was a beauty icon. With her innovative skincare and cosmetic products, she built a global empire, revolutionizing the beauty industry. Sticking around fashion, Calvin Klein's father was a Hungarian immigrant. His minimalist and provocative designs revolutionized the fashion industry, making him a household name and a symbol of modern sophistication. Other notable individuals with Hungarian connections are Hungarian-born Zsa Zsa Gabor, a prominent figure in American society in the mid-20th century. She was the Kim Kardashian of her generation, or is it the other way around? Other notable people with Hungarian ancestry include Alanis Morissette, Drew Barrymore, Rachel Weisz, and American Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Blinken during a visit to Washington, D.C. many years ago. Nice guy.
Don't wanna wake up, I might be dreaming.
The cuisine of Hungary is known for its flavorful and hearty dishes that are influenced by its neighboring countries, including Austria, Slovakia, and Romania. Some of the most popular dishes include the globally known goulash, a beef and vegetable stew seasoned with paprika, chicken paprikash, chicken in a creamy paprika sauce. I'm sensing a paprika theme. And stuffed cabbage rolls. Another Hungarian favorite is langos, a deep-fried dough topped with sour cream and grated cheese. It doesn't appear their desserts have paprika, because that would be weird. A fact I'm not sure how I feel about, Hungary is one of only 5 countries that continue to produce foie gras, which is a fatty goose or duck liver. Foie gras is a very controversial food because of the way it is made, in which they unhealthily fatten the bird up. Due to animal rights, production is banned in many countries around the world, but not in Hungary. Hungary is also famous for its wines, with Tokaji wine being one of the most well-known varieties. It is made from grapes that have been affected by a mold called Botrytis cinerea. Some people like their wines red, others white, and some like them moldy. If there is one ingredient that Hungary is associated with, it's paprika, a spice powder made from drying and then grinding the pods of several different types of peppers. Although peppers were introduced to Hungary relatively late in the 16th century, this spice has become the epitome of Hungarian cuisine. Paprika not only imparts a vibrant orange hue to these dishes, but also infuses them with the distinct peppery flavor and enticing aroma that define Hungarian gastronomy. Hungary is a parliamentary democratic republic, which means that the country is governed by a democratically elected parliament and a president who serves as the head of state. The current president of Hungary is Katalin Novak, who has been in office since 2022. The Hungarian parliament has only one chamber and consists of 199 members who are elected to 4-year terms. The government is headed by the prime minister, who is presently Viktor Orbán, who has been in office since 2010. Though having a multi-party system since the fall of communism, in recent years the ruling Fidesz party led by Orbán has dominated the government and have been accused of limiting the freedoms of the press, judiciary, and civil society organizations. This has led to criticism both domestically and internationally. The parliament building itself is one of the most iconic landmarks in Hungary and is considered one of the most beautiful parliament buildings in the world. In terms of the economy, Hungary has been a member of the European Union since 2004. Agriculture plays a significant role in the Hungarian economy, with the country being one of the largest producers of the spice paprika in the world. Additionally, Hungary is a major producer of other agricultural products such as corn, wheat, and sunflowers. Hungary also has a strong industrial sector, especially in the areas of automotive, machinery, and electronics. Hungary has also developed into a great tourist destination in recent decades. Budapest became one of Central Europe's most popular tourist destinations in the 1990s. The city is situated on the banks of the Danube River and is known for its stunning architecture, historical landmarks, and vibrant nightlife. One of the unique features of Budapest are the previously mentioned thermal baths. The city has many baths that are fed by natural hot springs. The most famous of these is Széchenyi Bath, which is the largest medicinal bath in Europe. Hungarian culture is vibrant and diverse, and visitors can experience it through traditional folk dancing, music, and festivals such as the Sziget Festival, which is one of the largest music festivals in Europe. Hungary has 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites that showcase its unique legacy. The banks of the Danube in Budapest encompasses the beautiful riverfront area of the Hungarian capital city. It is a stunning example of the city's architecture and urban planning, and it attracts millions of visitors each year. Situated on both sides of the Danube, it is home to some of the most iconic landmarks in Budapest, including the Buda Castle and the Parliament Building. One of the most famous landmarks in the area is the Fisherman's Bastion, which is a neo-Gothic terrace that provides stunning panoramic views of the city. Another notable building in the area is St. Stephen's Basilica, which is one of the largest churches in Hungary. It is named after the first king of Hungary, and it houses his mummified right hand as a relic, which makes me wonder where the rest of his body is. I'm feeling a Netflix horror flick in the works. The village of Haloke is located in northeastern Hungary. It is a unique example of a traditional rural Hungarian village with its distinctive architecture and rich cultural heritage.
Why you wanna run away? Why you gotta be afraid?
Hungary's history is a long and complex one, spanning over 1,000 years and shaped by various cultures, empires, and revolutions. From its earliest beginnings to its current status as a proud member of the European Union, Hungary has undergone many changes throughout its history. The earliest known inhabitants of the region that is now Hungary were the Celts, who arrived around the 4th century BC. They were followed by the Romans, who established the province of Pannonia in the area that is now Hungary. The Romans built many impressive structures in the region, including the city of Aquincum, which was a major center of commerce and trade. In the 9th century, Hungary was invaded by the Magyars, a nomadic people from the east who established a powerful kingdom in the region. The Arpad dynasty, which ruled Hungary from the 10th to the 14th century, oversaw a period of significant growth and development, with Hungary becoming a center of European arts and culture. In the 16th century, Hungary was conquered by the Ottoman Empire, which ruled the country for over 150 years. The Ottomans left their mark on Hungary with impressive mosques and other Islamic structures, such as the minaret and Pete. The Ottomans were eventually driven out of Hungary in the late 17th century, and the country became a part of the Habsburg Empire. In the 19th century, Hungary became a part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which brought great economic prosperity and cultural development to the country. During this time, buildings such as the Hungarian State Opera House and Heroes Square were constructed. However, tensions between Hungary and the rest of the empire began to rise, and in 1848, Hungarians rose up in revolution against the Habsburgs in a bid for greater autonomy. In the 20th century, Hungary experienced a turbulent history, with periods of authoritarian rule and political upheaval. The country was invaded by the Soviet Union in 1945, and the communist regime lasted until 1989. Communist Hungary was heavily influenced by the Soviet Union, and many of its historic buildings and monuments were destroyed or damaged. One of the most significant events of this era was the 1956 revolution, when Hungarians rose up against Soviet control in a bid for freedom and democracy. Since the fall of communism, Hungary has experienced significant economic growth and has become a popular tourist destination. Today, Hungary is a proud member of the European Union, and its capital city, Budapest, is considered one of the most beautiful cities in Europe.
Say my name.
Hungary has some interesting naming traditions. They traditionally use their last name first, followed by their given name. This practice is rooted in the Hungarian language's grammar, where the family name is emphasized as the most significant identifier. This ordering system reflects the importance placed on family heritage and the individual's connection to their ancestry. In Hungary, before naming your child, you need to get permission from the government. A concept that is a bit odd for foreigners at first, this regulation aims to prevent names that may cause harm or confusion to the child. This rule could have helped many non-Hungarians over the years, such as former NASCAR driver Dick Trickle or German skier Fanny Schmeller. There are a bunch of unfortunate names out there. Don't want to get demonetized for this? How about sharing names you find funny in the comments? Hungarian name days are also a significant part of Hungarian culture. Each day of the year is associated with one or more given names. On their respective name days, individuals receive greetings, gifts, or well wishes. That said, be sure to wish your Hungarian friend Attila a happy name day on January 7th. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. And finally, the Busho Festival is a centuries-old cultural event celebrated in Milhad, Hungary during the Carnival season. It features masked figures known as Bushos dressed in sheepskin coats and terrifying wooden masks. The festival symbolizes the expulsion of winter and the welcoming of spring. The Bushos parade through the town, accompanied by music and dance, where they showcase lively and vibrant performances. Our global community is a collection of incredibly interesting people, places, and cultures, and Hungary certainly has more than its share of fascinating facts. Thanks for watching and joining us in our journey to better understand the global community.